Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, and Tyler Wright. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Voice of the Fans Sportscast.
Welcome, guys, to another episode of Voice of the Fans Sportscast. I'm your host, Ben Reynolds. Taylor Gatwood is in the house. We're waiting for Tyler Wright to come back. He kind of dropped off, so he should be coming back in. Hopefully, any minute now. Gatwood, what's going on?
What's going on, bro?
Man, I was watching the Jets and Colts game for a little bit till Mike White went out, so I got kind of disinterested after that. And I believe the Colts is up like 24-7 or something like that, 28-7.
28-10.
28-10. Yeah,
it's a blowout.
Like, the Jets literally had a chance when Mike White was in the game. Like, dude look good.
He's not bad. He's solid. He's pretty solid.
Dude, he was making reads. He was going through progressions. He hit Elijah Moore on a couple of great passes. Then he hit him again for the touchdown. I was like, ooh, Zach Wilson.
Yeah, it's
like,
good to
if
see
he's
that.
succeeding right now, what's that say about him?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Jets they have good coaching now. They have that, I think that Robert Saleh, or however you say his last name, Saleh. I think he's a solid coach. He was really good with the Niners, and I think they don't look horrible. They're not they're not good, but they're better than what they usually are. They're at least a little competitive now.
You think they look bad on Zach Wilson? Kind of Matt White just like run the offense like with no problems.
It might, because White already has 5 touchdown passes this year, and Zach Wilson only has 4 in way more games. So.
Wait, so is Mike White a rookie?
No, Mike White's he's a vet.
Really?
Yeah, they said he's been playing since I think 13.
13?
Mm-hmm.
I never heard of the guy.
I haven't either. I guess he's been just a career backup, but
like third string.
Or maybe no, it says third season. Sorry, not 13. Sorry. Yeah, this is his third year. This is his third year in the league.
Okay, so he knows the ins and outs then.
Yeah, he's probably been a third string for a while.
Yeah, so he ain't like new. He's still on there, that undrafted. He probably went undrafted contract. So, but that I think that's like shows that Zach Wilson probably not ready yet, and maybe starting him is hurting his progress.
Yeah, I think they did that with a lot of the rookie quarterbacks this year. Just got thrown into the fire. Yeah,
look at Justin Fields running for his life, and people now saying like Justin Fields gonna be sorry, like he don't have the tools. Like, man, look where he's at. Dude's still trying to learn.
Yeah, I mean, not everybody comes into the league like blowing the league up like Deshaun and Mahomes. I mean, even Mahomes sat out a year though behind Alex Smith. You know,
and Lamar.
Yeah, I mean, you should look at that. Like, they sat out a year behind Flacco or Alex Smith and learned, and then they ended up having good first years. Well, their first year. I think it's good for. That's why we've talked about this. Like, drafting what your team needs before you draft the quarterback. Like, getting the D-line, the secondary, the O-line, especially the O-line, for those young quarterbacks, and then have like a solid veteran at quarterback, and then draft your quarterback first round and let him sit
that
for
way
a year.
Can sit. Like,
And
why
learn
do
the
you guys
offense.
got to start right away? I never understood that.
Yeah, learn the offense.
And Mark Sanchez brought this up a while back. I want to say about a couple months ago, how quarterbacks, and they just throwing quarterbacks to the fire. Back in the day, they set, like so many Hall of Famers, like, Troy Aikman and Steve Young, and who else? It was Drew Brees. He said a little while, and Aaron Rodgers. All you guys. Tom Brady was behind Bledsoe. So all these guys set for a while.
He didn't play his rookie year either.
Who?
Brett Favre.
Yeah, Brett Favre. What was another? I believe Ben Roethlisberger sat behind Tommy Maddox. So
I mean,
all these guys. Yeah.
They need to be. These teams need to be following their footsteps because that's what's working.
Yeah, Phillip Rivers. Remember, he was behind Drew Brees for like 2 years.
Yeah.
So all these guys, they basically sat a year to learn, cause the whole Jameis Winston thing. He sat and learned from Drew. Man, sometimes better to observe than just go out there and play hands on, because you don't know what kind of defense, or you don't know the lingo and all this type of jazz. So you gotta go to quarterback and learn and study.
Yeah,
I don't even study film right yet.
Yep.
All right, so we're gonna see what happened to Zach Wilson. But Mike White, he did go out with an injury. I believe he hurt his thumb on his throwing hand, so that's why the Johnson is in right now. I forgot his first name. But let's go over the game picks and review. First game on the list is Browns versus Bengals. Now, since the Browns lost, Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb, they've been looking kind of stale. The offense has been no good.
Yeah, it seems like Baker is getting exposed a little bit.
And to be honest, Jarvis Landry been dealing with the injury. Odell been dealing with the shoulder. And now there's been turmoil in the locker room with OBJ not seeing targets, which I understand. There's no way this man should be ending up with like 2 catches the entire game. It's I don't know. I can't fathom that a player of his caliber is not seeing the ball. That's the same thing with Julio. Like, Julio went to a non-passing team. He only catching like 2 passes. That's crazy.
Just when the Browns thought they were about to have a good team for a few years, it looks like it's starting to crumble again.
Yep. And I remember that defense was pretty good last year, and now they looking pretty average. The back end is horrendous. Even though they added John Johnson, they still lacking back there. I think they drafted a corner. Was it last year? Was it? Hold on. It wasn't Denzel Ward, was it? Isn't he out? Isn't he injured?
Yeah, Denzel Ward is hurt right now.
Yes, he's hurt right now. So that might be the easy reason why he's at number 1 corner.
Yeah, he's good. Even though, what's his name? Myles Garrett's having an insane year, 10.5 sacks.
It's not enough. Like, they're not. Ever since this running game has been tripped up by injuries, it has not been the same.
Yeah, that's their identity. Their identity isn't.
Exactly, and now they putting all this on Baker's shoulders, and it's not looking too high. It's not looking good at all. Especially coming off that loss versus the Steelers, where the score was like 15-10. They only scored 10 points that game. And
and the Steelers ain't nothing crazy this year.
Yeah, they not. Their offense, that's another offense that's been struggling. Big Ben can't throw a deep ball to save his life now, or throw it accurately now. So the Browns, they lost to a struggling Steelers offense. And now the Bengals are coming in versus the lost versus Jets. I think they're going to be more focused. I don't think they'll focus on that Jets game. It's just how they came back and and they lost it. It just seemed like the Bengals was not focused on the Jets.
Yeah, they're a young team. They probably took them for granted. They thought it was going to be easy. Mike White's the quarterback. Who's this guy?
We have no film on him.
Yeah, so, I mean, they probably just overlooked them. That's what young teams do. So I could see them. I mean, they're at home this game. I think they're going to be, like you said, focused this week, and they're going to be pissed off, and I think they're going to beat the Browns.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bengals in this. When the Browns can't move the ball and they can't score, then you going against a team that can score in a blink of an eye, it's going to be trouble, big time trouble. And I just don't see them keeping pace. Maybe they can create some turnovers, maybe, but I'm going with the Bengals.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Next game is Broncos versus the Cowboys. All right, this is Broncos. They were all hyped because they started like 4-0, and they play against some of the sorriest teams I've ever seen in my life. And now they realizing, like, crap, we not as good as we thought we were. And then we end up trading Von Miller. Like, I don't even know what they received for that trade. Do you know?
They said they got a second and third round pick for next year.
I can see that because Von Miller production has dropped off some. So yeah,
I think that was a win-win trade for both teams.
They get some of the money off the books. I know the Broncos weren't going nowhere anyway, so they need to rebuild.
Yeah,
possibly find a quarterback. Sorry to say, Teddy. You're a good person, but man, you average. Your play's average.
Yeah, he's an elite backup. That's what he is.
Exactly, and they had all these weapons, and Jerry Jeudy and Kirtland Sutton, Tim Patrick, Noah Fant, and y'all can't score. I mean, your running back Jamal Williams, he looking decent, but y'all have too much not to be able to not put points on the board.
Their defense ain't bad.
And they not. They just stall sometimes. The offense just stalls. Especially if Teddy Bridgewater getting pressure, he just not able to step up and make the right throws. They barely made out Washington. It was 17-10. They beat the Washington. I believe they were at home, the Broncos were. But the Washington still had a chance. And I believe it was a sack on Taylor Heineke was kind of in the game. So you have that. Cowboys, maybe Dak plays. I think he will play. Because they say he looked good in warm-ups. But I think they were just taking their time to bring him back. Cowboys on the tear.
Yeah, I think they said he's playing this week, like most likely.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Cause like I said, he was warming up. Got Skip Bayless was going crazy. Like, why is Dak warming up like that? He can re-injure himself. I think he's fine. I think they just taking a precaution. And they don't want the same thing to happen to him last year where he was out for the year. So it's just precaution, in my opinion. We know what the Cowboys offense can do.
Yeah, they got a good offense this year.
They really do. They can move the ball through the air and the ground. And I think there'll be too much for the Broncos to handle because of all the offensive firepower. And if the Broncos can make some stops, then maybe it'll give that Broncos offense a chance to move the ball and put some points on the board. Because the Cowboys' defense are obstinate. They can make big plays. They can create turnovers. So that's the
I'm going with the Cowboys.
Yep. Cowboys it is. All right. Texans versus Dolphins.
What a crap
What you want to say about the Texans?
They're sorry. But hey, they're gonna win this one though. Tyrod's coming back.
Do you really think they're gonna win this one because Tyrod coming back?
Not really, but I mean, most of these teams are so sorry, man.
Yeah, they are. Like, they good. Like, some of these teams are good on one side of the ball, but they bad on the other side. Dolphins. No, Tua. Nah, come on now. You gotta give it up for Tua a little bit, huh?
Who was it he played against last week?
They played the Bills. They lost 11-26.
I mean, he didn't do nothing crazy, but I don't know, man. I don't think Tua is an NFL quarterback. I really don't. Because like they were good. They were solid last year. They got a good coach. They said that Brian Flores dude's a good coach. I just don't think he's not gonna be there long. He'll be a backup soon.
So they basically wasted a pick.
Yeah, they could have had Justin Herbert.
What's so crazy is, why do teams let the media or analysts or everybody else pressure them to taking somebody that's kind of iffy? Like Tua, everybody knew Tua was iffy, but like you just can't pass on Tua. You just can't. Like, why you can't?
Yeah, you could tell the dude was going to be a game manager. He was never going to take over a game. Not in the NFL.
I thought the same thing. I wasn't high on Tua at all. And then I thought he was fragile, like a China doll. So I was like, why y'all would even consider that, because of Tua's rich in history, and you can just see it. Like, he's good, but he's not something that you just use a first round pick on. And now look at you, and now you probably set your franchise back in another couple of years, because there's no good quarterbacks in this draft. Well, like I said, it's not like nobody jumped off the page.
They're gonna have to trade Deshaun, but if they're gonna trade for Deshaun, they're gonna have to give up so many draft picks. It's still gonna set them back.
Yeah, you ain't winning nothing when you give away all them first round picks like that.
Exactly. If they had drafted Justin Herbert, they'd be set.
They would have picked off what they were doing last year.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just unfortunate that they was kind of pushing to his direction when obviously you didn't have to take them. Like, in my opinion, I wouldn't let the media and try to persuade me of what a guy can do when I can just tell and see what kind of injuries he's coming back from. And that's the sad part.
He's so injury prone. He's so injury prone. Like, he's small. He's not going to take over a game. I mean, he's a smart quarterback. He's smart, but he's a game manager. Like, his ceiling is like a Teddy Bridgewater. But like Justin Herbert, I mean, that dude had all the measurables. He can make all the throws. He's like, what, 6'5"?
Yeah.
He's got a big frame. I mean, I feel like that they should have. I mean, you got to scout better than that, I would think.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like we can do the job better than some of these guys. Like, I don't know, man. Do they fall in love with people when they talk to them? That, I really like this guy. I really like this guy. But when I'm like, when I know when somebody can play and when somebody can't. I can just look and see and like, when I watch him in the game, I don't like this and this and this. And when I watched Tua and I saw his injury, I'm like, that team was freaking stacked. Yeah,
he had 5 first-round picks at receiver, and he was handing the ball off to Josh Jacobs and Najee Harris. Like, and you have the best O-line, all 5 stars. Like, when does Alabama quarterbacks are never elite? Because like, I mean, I think Mac Jones he's going to be the best one in a while out of the last 3 that came out. But I mean, he's probably going to be just a above average game manager.
Yeah, I don't think Mac Jones like being top 10.
But he's a good fit with the Patriots.
Yeah, like Belichick like game managers.
Yeah, so like that's what I'm just saying. Like Tua, man, they should have known better. Like that's why it's really hard to draft an Alabama quarterback. You never know like how good they actually are because of how good their talent is around them.
Because all the receivers make you look like amazing, straight amazing. Cause look at Matt Jones, like his stature, his build. It was like if he was playing for another team like Miami Hurricanes, or if he was playing for what's another like Wisconsin, you wouldn't have thought Matt Jones like, oh yeah, that guy's it. Cause I don't think he's been that great with them colleges.
Nope.
It's all about where you go. But with that being said, I just like the Dolphins. Maybe they can run with Myles Gaskin more. I mean, you have him. Why not use him? I mean, it made pretty much good sense to me.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Dolphins, too, because, I mean, they are at home, and, I don't know, the Texans are just trash. I don't think they're going to win.
They said Dave Mills had, like, the second most passing yards or third, something like that.
He's still trash.
All right, I'm buy you a Mills. Oh, no. I'm buy you a Mills jersey, bro. I'm going to get you something. All right.
I'll burn it.
Man, don't do that. I spend good money on that jersey. I probably have to get that jersey custom made because they don't have one.
Yeah, you probably get it for $5.
All right, next game, Raiders versus Giants. The Giants, they played a good game versus the Chiefs. Their defense showed up. Or maybe the Chiefs are that bad. I can't figure out which one is which.
Yeah, I watched that game too. I wanted the Giants to win that game.
Yeah, me too. But of course, the Giants did what Giants do. Daniel Jones got sacked, so they couldn't get a final playoff.
Yeah.
What crap is that? Didn't he get sacked like 3 times in a row?
Something like that, man. I didn't watch the very end of it, but
yeah, I think he got like sacked like 3 times in a row. It was like he didn't have a chance to get a ball off, to get a chance to try to make a drive towards the end zone. It was bad. But the Raiders,
there's been some crappy primetime games lately.
I know, like tonight. The only reason I was watching the Jets because of Mike White, but since he got injured, I'm like, well, the game's over. Why not? Cause he was actually driving, like he was keeping up with the Colts. It's a lot of unfriendly matchups right now. It was a crazy week last week, and now this week it's the Raiders versus Giants. Man, are the Raiders cursed or what?
It looks like it, man. They've been having some bad luck.
John Gruden, then, whole Josh Jacobs battling injuries this whole year. He hadn't been healthy. Then now freaking Henry Ruggs. Bro, I
can't believe he
bad all the way around.
I can't believe the dude was going 156.
They said he was going 156, and when he hit the car, he was going 123.
It's insane that he's alive.
How did the car didn't explode on impact? They said the airbags deployed at 123 when they hit.
Yeah, that's insane.
Was it a Corvette?
Yeah, it was a Corvette. That's what they said.
How that Corvette didn't just like burst or just crash like a can? Cause you know how compact a Corvette is.
Yeah, like I just really don't understand how God had me protecting him, man. Because you wreck like that. How is he like? He didn't even get hurt bad.
Yeah, like his girlfriend got messed up more than he did.
Yeah, he's like had like a few I think he had, hurt his neck or something but he's like he's pretty much fine. That's just crazy.
And my other thing is, how can you be that drunk and get into a car? Man, I couldn't even make it to my car.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you be that hammered and you able to make it to your car? Come on, man. Like, nobody didn't try to stop him. Cause I know he's staggered.
Yeah, if I'd have been the girlfriend and I was like, when he got up to about about 100. And I was like, hey, bro, you got to slow down. Hey, chill. Like,
I say, bro. Hey, what you doing? Like, cause he's staggering. There's no way he just walked so smoothly up to his car to get in. That dude had been fumbling, stumbling. It was twice over the legal limit.
Yeah, that's just. Oh man, I feel like for real though. I feel so bad for that family that died. That lady that died and her dog.
Yeah.
That's really sad. She was innocent. I mean, and she
just
died
driving mind your own business and get rear-ended.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate, man. Like two lives, one loss and one's ruined, going to prison for what? Over alcohol. Straight up.
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of people like I do feel bad for Henry Ruggs. Like, I mean, obviously what he did was a horrible decision, but like it's sad because he literally just ruined his life. Like he doesn't he's done. Like when you do something like that. Back. Yeah.
Man, it's just they say his best friend died in the car, was killed by a drunk driver. So I don't know, man. Maybe he was like down and out, or I don't know, to drink that much and drive that fast. Like
that dude's my age.
Like he wanted to die or something.
Yeah, Henry Ruggs is my age, and his life's over. Like I couldn't even imagine. Like I'm just getting started. You know what I mean? Like he was just getting started in the NFL. Like forget football. Like his life was just getting started. Like and now he's done.
Raiders, man, they have bad freaking luck with their picks. I mean, it was questionable when they took Henry Ruggs in the first place, to be honest. I remember they didn't get Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy, to me, was the best receiver, out of him and Ruggs.
Yeah,
and they
he was best.
It was so crazy. Jerry Jeudy, like, skill set is almost like Amari Cooper.
Yeah, he was the best receiver at Bama by far when they were there.
So I don't understand. That's the whole thing about, people liking fast guys that run 4.3, looking for guys to take the top off. But, man, sometimes you got to be practical. Sometimes a route runner is better than that. Cause look at T.O. and look at Chris Carter. Look at Mike Thomas. Look at all these, and Marvin Harrison. Like, it's not always about speed.
But everybody's trying to get the next Tyreek Hill, and that's just like not going to happen.
It's not, man.
Tyreek Hill was like what, like a 5th round pick, I think. Like,
yeah,
you gotta take the fast guys like that in the later rounds and try to get lucky.
Yeah, cause they gonna work hard. You know what I'm saying? They gonna try and improve when they get picked late like that, and they run like a 4.3. But anyway, the Raiders' offense, they coming in missing a big target. But I don't think that's gonna hinder their offense any, because I feel like they still got a couple capable guys in Hunter Renfrow and Waller, and they ain't even use. I can't remember Bryant's first name, but they haven't been using him either a lot. So it's his time to shine. That's why I feel like the Raiders they have better chance to win this game because they have a better quarterback first of all, and their defense is a little bit more solid. Well, I don't know. They about the same, right? Raiders and Giants defense is about the same, but the Raiders offense had a little bit more weapons, and the Giants are still dealing with tons of injuries.
Derek Carr's a good leader too.
He is. I feel like Daniel Jones is a leader.
Not really. I mean, I don't really ever see him speaking up that much or anything. Like, have you ever heard of Daniel Jones' press conference?
I have not.
Yeah, like I've seen like Derek Carr. Like you saw that one that press conference he had today.
I heard bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, that was a really good press conference. Like he was talking about how, about Henry Ruggs, about how he needs love right now, even though he did something terrible.
Yeah.
But he's a good leader. That's who you want as a quarterback. You want somebody like that that's going to pick up anybody.
And I feel like Derrick Jones, he kind of missed some of that. especially when he commanded offense. It just seemed like they don't really just play hard for him like that.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm taking the Raiders.
All right, next game, Falcons versus Saints. What a win by the Saints last week, man. With a backup quarterback in Trevor Siemian, and the Falcons lose to the Panthers. To you, Sam Darnold, I think he's out with a concussion last game, but they beat the Falcons. He played, but they beat the Falcons. What was that score? 15-10 or?
You talking about the Falcons?
19-13. Yeah, it was 19-13.
Yeah.
The Falcons, this is another team they can't get nothing going for themselves. The team just sorry up and down. O-line trash. Kevin really dealing with mental health problems. He out. He might be out for the season. How he's talking, he might be gone for the season.
Yeah.
And
it's gonna be the Kyle Pitts show.
Yeah, they talking about he might be tight end number 3 of the season. I know you happy about that.
Yeah, he's been doing better. He started off slow, but he's been doing better lately.
And so the Falcons don't have much to bring to the table. They're going against a vulnerable. They're going against a pretty good dang defense. And I don't know. They might can move the ball. You know, division games are always closer than what people think they're going to be. But I'm curious to see what the Saints' offense will look this Sunday with Trevor Siemian. Are they going to run with the Taysom Hill, or are they going to run with Trevor? I think that's what it's really going to come down to. And if the Saints can move the ball, then they should single-handedly beat the Falcons pretty easily.
Yeah, at least they have options, too. So if Siemian struggles a little bit, they can always put Taysom
in. Exactly. But hopefully, a lot of people want the Saints to take a look at Cam Newton, but I think the Saints are fine. Sean Payton loves Trevor. And if they can keep the Trevor Hill at quarterback, Trevor Siemian at quarterback, and put in Taysom Hill package, I think they'll do just fine. The defense is elite, and they carry most of the boatload anyway. And is this Matt Ryan last year?
I think it's his last year with the Falcons.
Yeah, I do too. They gonna have to blow this whole team up. It's just bad. Defense bad. And what's so crazy? They try to fix the O-line draft. Still bad. Now you looking for another receiver, Russell Gage. I don't know who that is because he hasn't been doing nothing all year, and when clearly he's the number one. How do you have 0 fantasy points with Kevin really out?
Really?
Yes, really. I looked him up. I thought about adding him.
He played?
Yes, he played.
Dang.
I think they say he had 8% of snaps.
But their receiving core is horrible now. God.
I don't know who's after Russell Gage, to be honest.
Tajay Sharp.
Okay, I forgot about him.
But he's not that good either. Yeah. Yeah, they're in trouble. Yeah, if y'all should beat the dog crap out of them.
Since you the Falcons GM, what you doing in the draft?
I'm not taking a quarterback yet. I'm building my team first. I'm not going to throw somebody into that dumpster fire.
Unless you just love him, right?
Yeah, I don't really think there's a quarterback like that in the draft this year, though.
Yeah, there isn't.
I think they need to go O-line, D-line, secondary. Go ahead and try to build up the team, and maybe sign and trade Matt Ryan. Let him go try to get a ring somewhere, and pick up a vet that can be like a bridge quarterback for a couple of years.
I wouldn't draft a receiver. I think my game plan, if I was the Falcons GM, I try to pick up receivers in free agency, and then try to fix the O line because I'm not going anywhere if I'm keeping having O line trouble. I won't be able to run the ball as well. Probably upgrade my running back situation too. Maybe my running back situation get better if I upgrade my O-line. So maybe both of those go hand in hand. So I'll just try to fix the O-line because that literally is the heart of the offense to make it, go. That's the engine. So I need to, to build my wall. And if I build my wall, then my running game and my passing game will improve. And like I said, I'll just pick up, defensive pieces and receivers here and there. Yeah, Tajay, what's his name? Tajay Sharp?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had 5 catches for 58 yards.
They got Cordell Patterson too, which they have him listed as a running back, but he has like 30. He has like 31 catches.
And you may be right. Russell Gage might have not played.
But Cordell, he's a good player though. He's been going off this year.
What's so crazy is they don't have him listed as out. But I can't find nothing on him. I know he's active.
That dude Jonathan Taylor's going off.
Man, next year he's top five running back in the fantasy.
Yeah, he's a stud.
All right, so you taking Saints?
Yep.
Man, we keep taking the same team.
It's pretty easy so far. Pretty obvious so far.
Yeah, pretty clear coat. What's this? Patriots versus Panthers? I might have wrote that down wrong. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Patriots versus Panthers. All right, so we saw Matt Jones put a nice couple weeks together. He looking like he's feeling that he understanding the offense a little bit better now, and he making big plays when he have to. And Myers, he been stepping up. Of course, he's the number one receiver. When you go into LA and beat the Chargers like that, it was a close game. But the Patriots, they just made more big plays, and defense, they made some stops, and they bracketed Mike Williams and kept Allen on the check. I mean, the Patriots defense is I won't say elite, but they know how to match up really well.
Good coach.
So I was really surprised about the Patriots winning that game. I thought they couldn't keep up, or they couldn't make enough stops to keep the Chargers off the board like that. But they did enough. They did enough to slow them down. And so right now the Patriots are trending up. They fighting for a playoff spot, especially in that division where the Bills they should be running away with it. But the Patriots, man, they right behind them. They got them in their sight. And if the Matt Jones continue to play like he's playing, not doing nothing to turn the ball over, because earlier this year, he was throwing interceptions and taking sacks. But it seems like he's learning now that not to make them type of throws, to give your guys a chance to come away with a pass or come away with a catch, and just work it downfield. He threw for 307 and 2 touchdowns. So. No, that's the wrong one. That's the Jets. How much he threw for?
I think he threw for like 200 and something. Let me look. I think he was just like, he didn't have any crazy numbers, but I mean he was like he's getting.
And finally, the Patriots, man, they sticking with their running game, like one running back. You don't need 6 running backs. Damian Harris is by far the best running back in your room. Stick with him, get him the bulk of the carries, and spread out the rest. That junk killed me with the Patriots.
He's having a good year.
Yeah. Don't stop. Keep getting him the football. His situation remind me of Mal Gaskin's situation.
But he did have 20. He had 23 carries last week, though.
Yeah, they finally understanding of giving him the football. I think
Yeah.
this is the second week over 20-some carries.
Yeah, they got to keep feeding him for sure. I think they are now.
Yeah, I think they understand, like, oh, crap, Damien Harris is the best running back in the room, so let's get him a bulk of the carries. You know,
He's on pace for over 1,000 rushing yards this year.
That's surprising.
Yeah, he's already got he's got over 500, so he's halfway through the season.
Yeah.
So if he can get some more carries, I wouldn't be surprised if he made it to over 1,000.
Yeah, we'll just pray Belichick. You know, Belichick like that carousel of running backs, so we'll just hope he sticks with him, keep sticking with him. What you
he's always been
huh?
I say he's always been like that.
Yeah, I can't stand it. Well, how you feel about your boy Sam Darnold?
My boy, he's trash.
Oh, you weren't behind the Panthers when they were undefeated?
No, I told you they weren't real. They weren't playing nobody.
And he can't get the football to nobody. Robbie Anderson went from a reliable receiver to non-existent.
Yeah,
it exposes a lot of stuff when Christian McCaffrey is not there.
Like DJ Moore is all they really throw to all the time.
Yeah, and Darnold was 13 for 24, 129 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, QB rating of 69.
I mean, he was horrible with the Jets, and we thought maybe we were going to give him the benefit of the doubt and be like, well, he was on the Jets, but looking like he just isn't very good.
Yeah. Can you guess how many catches Robbie Anderson had?
When last game?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, 2?
No, he had 0. You know how many targets he had?
How many?
1.
Yeah, that's a problem. You got to get that man the ball. He's too fast.
He's too good. He's a good route runner, too.
Yeah.
And that right there, it just tells a lot about the quarterback position right now in Carolina.
You got pressure off of DJ Moore because they're going to be keying in on DJ Moore. And it seemed like kind of like with I saw Will Fuller when he played, he was so successful. Like that's why I feel like Robbie Anderson and Will Fuller are kind of like similar type players. Like they're really good they're number 2 guys that are good. Like on the other side of a solid like number 1 like DJ Moore and Hop. Like they're like you got to get them the ball too, and they should be getting open because they got all their attention on the number 1 guy. You know.
Exactly. So Sam Darnold got to learn how. Cause he was relying on. To be honest, he was just relying on Christian McCaffrey, and we don't have that. Like I said, exposes things, and so it just shows his lack of ability to.
That's where I want Deshaun to go.
To Carolina.
Yes, Carolina was good.
If he goes to Carolina, McCaffrey's gone.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, he'd still have Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore.
Chuba Hubbard.
Chuba Hubbard. They have a solid defense.
Yeah, I think it'll work. I'm taking the Pats.
Yeah, I'm taking the Pats.
Hang on, we gotta find a game where we play different. I need you to take the underdog, Atwood. That's what I need you to do.
No, I ain't taking Sam Darnold against Belichick. Belichick can't let Sam Darnold beat him.
Yeah. Bills versus Jaguars.
You can take the Jags. You can take the Jags if you want to.
And you can take the Jags, and I'll take the Panthers. No, I'll take the Texans, and you can take the Jags.
Heck no.
Well, this is gonna be a slaughter. I mean, Trevor Lawrence is not getting any better. I mean, he's staying the same.
Yeah, he wasn't built up for success himself.
It's just I don't know, man. The Jaguars got playmakers, but
DJ Chark hurt right now. They still got Marvin Jones and Laviska Shenault though.
Urban Meyer is horrible. He
should have college. He should have stayed in college.
He should have. Then he could have danced with all the girls he wanted to and not get caught. And how you not fly back with your team? That's crazy. When I just thought about that again, how you not fly back with your team, bro?
Especially when you know they just got stomped by 30.
He said, "Bubba, I need to go to the bar. I need to go find me a hot chick."
He said, "I got to get this stress off my mind."
Yeah, exactly. Hey, so what's going through your mind if you was a football player on Jacksonville, and every time you see Urban Meyer, what you thinking about?
Well, this dude's a joke.
Hey, like, I ain't listening to you.
Yeah, bro. Like we ain't won no more than we did last year. We should have just kept Minshew.
Exactly. Like, and Coach said, if he said something crazy to me, I'm like, man, just go dance with your girl, bro. Leave me alone.
But if I'd have been like James Robinson at the beginning of the year when they weren't feeding me, I'd be like, dude, you know I was like 3rd in the league in rushing last year, like, and we suck. Like, feed me the ball, dude.
That what you told him?
Yeah, man. If I was James Robinson,
too polite. He's too nice. I think he's a nice dude.
I mean, he probably had to be polite his first year. I mean, he was undrafted, but now, like, man, you were balling out last year. Go tell him what's up.
Yeah, exactly. He came to your team. You know what I'm saying? Like, you the big man on the campus. Not Urban Meyer.
James Robinson's averaging 5.5 yards a carry this year.
And guess what? Now they back. Well, he's injured right now, but Carlos Hyde took over, and I think they're gonna start splitting carries again.
That's dumb.
Carlos Hyde had 9 carries. James Robinson had 4. Like I said, he was injured. They showed him had an injury, but I don't know how bad it was.
I mean, it don't matter who gets the carries; they're gonna lose anyway.
Yeah. Like I said, Trevor Lawrence, man, he had QB rating of 68. So if you're the Jazz playing as a Bill, what kind of game plan you trying to put together right now?
They're just gonna have to pray a lot.
Say 50 Bloody Marys.
They gonna really have to get some lucky plays, some Hail Marys, some trick plays.
I don't see. It don't matter what kind of game plan you put together. I don't see it working, not one bit. Dang, what his name just escaped me. Josh Allen would have to throw 3 or 4 interceptions and fumbles. It had to be something dumb, just straight happen.
Yeah, if I was Urban Meyer, I'd
a kick return back or something.
If I was Urban Meyer, I'd be like, look, we're not practicing this week, boys. Just go home and come for the game.
I'm trying to tell you, a kick return would happen, a punt block. It's going to special teams because they don't.
They did almost beat the Ravens that one week, though.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. They call good plays, man. When I watched them play against the Bengals, I believe it was the Bengals they lost to. The play calling. Kamara James Robinson went off on Thursday night with 2 touchdowns, and they stopped doing what they was helping them win. They went away from it. So it's incompetence on the coach side. I think that's why the team losing because they have talent. They really do.
Yeah, because they're like, well, let's see what Trevor can do. Let him throw for 50-something times. Dude, why don't you take the pressure off the rookie and let James Robinson run it? I don't get that.
Exactly. And you see it right now. He had 54 attempts.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I thought he said remember? I thought he said he wasn't going to do that to him. Remember, he threw for 51.
Yeah, he said
remember
he didn't get that. You're right. He did say that. He said Trevor Lawrence never see that many passes ever again.
And he threw for more.
Oh man, get this dude out of here. Get everybody out of here.
Those were good times. Those when the Texans were 1-0, man.
Tell me about it. I'm taking the Bills. I'm not even gonna speak on Bills offense, cause man, we already know what they can do.
Yeah, Bills easy. It's gonna be an easy dub.
I mean, if y'all need us to tell you why the Bills gonna win this game, then y'all shouldn't watch football anymore.
Yeah, I don't think you very interested in football if you don't. You can't.
If we got to tell you why the Bills gonna win this game.
Yeah.
Unless you know something we don't know. But it's pretty clear coat on what's gonna happen in this game. Now here's a good one: the Vikings versus the Ravens. The Vikings came up short versus the Cowboys because they didn't have no game plan. To be honest, like they seemed like they didn't have whatever they called wasn't working against the Cowboys. It was to me it was just very scripted. They didn't do anything special to try to get Justin Jefferson involved.
Yeah, that's pretty sad. They got beat by Cooper Rush.
How the mighty have fallen from grace. That defense used to be like crazy good.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The Vikings are very unpredictable.
They are. I work with a Vikings fan, and I asked him, I said, what's the problem? He said, Kirk Cousins. I like, you just like the Vikings fan. They always blame Kirk Cousins, and maybe so, but I kind of blame the coaching. I feel like this coaching staff is another staff that's bad at calling plays.
Kirk Cousins ain't the problem.
Like, why don't run like rub routes for Jefferson or put him in trips right and try to like disguise him in routes? He had only 2 catches for 21 yards.
Yeah, he was on my fantasy team. I know.
Like, you can't disguise this man in coverage like they be doing Cooper Kupp. Like, you gotta get this man the ball. 2 catches, dog.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp's been going dumb this year.
He has been. And I feel like Jefferson can be on that level, but man, the Vikings, they play down to the competition. They like, oh, Dak's not playing? Okay, cool. We can play down to the level. Let's make this fair and let's play like the Cowboys. The Cowboys didn't do nothing special the whole night, except for them couple deep passes to Cedric Wilson, and they let Zeke get loose a couple times. But other than that, man, the Cowboys didn't do nothing special. So why didn't the Vikings try to get their playmakers in space is beyond me. And not like Kirk Cousins sucked it up. I mean, the O-line, let's be honest, O-line sucks for the Vikings. They suck. But that's why you gotta get more creative.
Yeah, it ain't Kirk Cousins, because Kirk Cousins has took the Vikings to the playoffs a few times, and he's got multiple contracts with them. If they didn't think he was the answer, I don't think he'd have got another big contract after a few years. He's not the problem. He's actually having a good year this year.
Yeah, he is. But my friend that's a Viking fan, he can't stand Kirk Cousins. He said if he ever saw Kirk Cousins, he would kick him in the kneecap.
But there's so much worse out there.
Yeah, they can have David Mills.
Yeah, for real, man. Like, dude, we have David Mills, and this dude's complaining about Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, for some reason they hate him in Minnesota. I mean, I can understand because he kind of disappears in big games, but he's literally a serviceable quarterback. Maybe not top 10, maybe top 15.
Yeah.
Top 15, I'll say.
I'll say he's slightly above it.
You slightly above who?
He's slightly above average.
Yes, and that's okay. But it's not okay when your defense is not good and you got a slightly above average quarterback. That's where you run into problems. And
yep, he can have big games though. Like he's not just gonna do the same thing every week. He'll have a big game.
So, but they losing these close games, man. They got to figure out how to finish, or they not gonna be making the playoffs. But the Cowboys, we talking about the Ravens. Yeah, the Ravens, they coming off the bye, so I know they hungry and fresh. I don't see how the Vikings defense start Lamar and Mark Andrews.
Yeah, not after they just got beat by Cooper Rush. I don't think they're gonna. I think it's gonna be a closer game than people think, but I think the Ravens are gonna win.
I'm calling this right now. Hollywood Brown will catch about a 55-yard touchdown from Lamar.
Yeah, their secondary is kind of trash, isn't it? The Vikings.
Yeah, they give up big plays. I think Hollywood Brown gonna at least have one of big plays.
Yeah.
Because the Vikings, they get lost. Harrison Barnes? No, it's not his last name, Harrison. What's his first name?
You talking about Harrison Smith?
Yeah, Harrison Smith. He's been taking a lot of chances lately.
Yeah.
He's been giving us some plays. And I feel like the Ravens are predicated on big plays. And the Vikings just giving us stuff like that, man, I can't imagine what they're going to give up to the Ravens. The Ravens defense is solid against the run, and they got a pretty good secondary, too, even though they missing Marcus Peters. But other than that, the Ravens defense, they bring it. So the Vikings going to have to miss up the play calling some way, somehow. I don't know. But if the Warriors win this game, I would say they got to control the line of scrimmage. If I was the Vikings, I'll try to test them on the ground. Because the Ravens gave up some big runs before. So I'll just try to feed Dalvin and see will that open up some passing lanes.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But I'm taking the Ravens.
Yeah, me too. I'm taking the Ravens.
Now, I ain't taking the Vikings. Nope. Now they lost to Cooper. Man. These games are something else. Chargers versus the Eagles. Now, we did sleep on the Patriots versus Chargers. And who was the other team they beat the Chargers the week before that?
Let me look real quick.
I forgot. That was a shocker.
The Ravens beat them bad.
Ravens blew them out. Oh yeah, it wasn't a shocker, but it was a shock. It was a shocker by the score.
Yeah.
All right. So the Eagles, they come against a Chargers team that's reeling. So the Eagles need to take advantage of that. They need to come out, trying to expose the secondary. Try to get them backpedaling because right now they know us and they getting beat. They not stopping other teams from scoring, and I feel like the Eagles can capitalize on them by running some play action, some trickery type plays, and catch them slipping. Because it seems like the Chargers they kind of like losing themselves right now. I don't know if they getting away from what they did in the first start of the season, or teams are kind of figuring them out.
Yeah, they need to figure it out because Herbert and Mike Williams are killing my fantasy team right now.
It was back-to-back weeks for you, wasn't it?
Yep. Then that one week they had 50 and 40. That's 90 points right there from two people.
Yeah, like y'all could spread them points out for me.
Yeah, for real.
Well, the Eagles, they hanging in there with their defense. But I'm still kind of shaky on the offense end. But Hurts, I don't know, man. Miles Sanders out. So Boston Scott's getting the nod and Kenneth Gainwell. And maybe this is the game the Chargers get back on track because we know the Eagles secondary, they buried in their work from last year. But they can still be thrown on. It's just all about if the Chargers can prevent the Eagles' pass rush from getting to Herbert. And I feel like the Chargers got a decent O-line.
Yeah.
And that's what I think it will all come down to. If the Chargers can control the line And attack that Eagles secondary, man. Just air it out. That Eagles don't have nobody on that team that can cover Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. Nobody.
The Chargers are overall, like, depth chart wise, are a lot better than the Eagles. Like, in my opinion.
Yes. All the way down to the long snapper. And because the Chargers got a ton of weapons, no way the Eagles can cover all that. So the games the Chargers lost to are actually teams with pretty good defense. And so they were able to match up. And maybe they wanted Herbert to throw some tough throws. And I feel like the Eagles can do that.
You know who I wanted y'all to pick up?
Who?
Minshew.
You want us to pick up Gardner Minshew?
Well, I think he would have been good for y'all. I think Sean Payton would have made him good.
Really?
Yes, I think, dude, Minshew's solid, man.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm kind of surprised you said his name because, I don't know. I like Gardner Minshew, but I feel like we'd be going back. Not going back, but I don't think he would just brought us back to Winston performance type level.
I think he could have made y'all better than Simeon.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I can go along with that.
I think y'all could have took a chance on him because he has potential to have a big game.
And maybe the problem also is that the Saints don't have no receivers.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the problem. Nobody can get open. So that's probably why they kind of just ran with those two. Taysom, because they worked them receivers all season long, so I can see that's why. I'm taking the Chargers over the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chargers.
We literally have picked the same team. I bet Tyler always chooses the Eagles. He gonna switch it up.
No, the Chargers have lost.
I don't know what Tyler's thinking, but he be picking some crazy picks. I'm like, I'm glad you don't bet any games. You begging for money.
I wouldn't be shocked. But I just don't think the Chargers are going to lose 3 in a row.
Mm-hmm. They so close, man. Cause wasn't it at one point it was the best team in the AFC?
Yep.
I mean, the AFC is too close to be losing these games like this.
The NFC is loaded this year.
Yeah, they actually loaded like the NFC. It some really good. Like, you have some really, really good teams, and you have some really, really sorry teams. It feel like there's no in between this year.
But the NFC is loaded.
Yeah, cause let's go over. We had the Packers, Cardinals, Saints, Rams, Buccaneers, Seattle. Well, if Justin Wilson was there, then Seattle, Cowboys.
There's a lot of 1 and 2 off teams. The same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we said Packers. Maybe 49ers, depending on what they. If the 49ers had a better quarterback, then they'll be up there too.
I still think Trey Lance is going to be the quarterback of that draft class.
I don't know. I got my money on. I still got my money on Fields.
Yeah, I can see that too.
All right, so we have Packers versus Chiefs. No Aaron Rodgers. Devontae's coming back, so we get to see Jordan Love. How sick would Chiefs fans be if Jordan Love throw for 345 and 3 touchdowns?
No, I'm actually very curious to see how he's going to play because he was a first-round pick. He's supposed to be their future. We'll see what he can do against a crappy defense. I think this is a pretty good matchup for him to see what he can do.
Perfect matchup.
Yeah.
Because the Chiefs been struggling. They was in a fight with the Giants last week. They almost came up short with that one. And the week before that, who was it? It was the Titans put a slacking. No, it was Washington, but they barely beat those guys, and they lost to Tennessee. I think that was week. No, they lost to Tennessee week 7. Yeah, they lost to Tennessee week 7.
You know who's leading the NFL in turnovers? Which team?
Patrick Mahomes only had like 14.
Well, the Chiefs they're the team that's leading the league in turnovers.
Oh, yeah. How many interceptions does Patrick Mahomes have?
I think 10. Yeah, he has 10.
I thought it was like 13.
He has 10 interceptions, yeah.
10. Okay.
And 2 fumbles.
Patrick Mahomes got this going for him right now. The Packers' off defense sucks.
The Packers' defense?
Yeah, they not that good.
I mean, it don't suck, but it's not nothing crazy.
Well, yeah, they buried in the Chiefs' defense if you want to compare them like that. But that can be had. I feel like they can't. I feel like if this gonna be a game that Patrick Mahomes can like bounce back from, just because the Packers going to the Chiefs Stadium to play, so he playing in front of his crowd. And since there's no Aaron Rodgers, man, I feel like they give the Chiefs more confidence in his game, and maybe the defense, can put something together. Since if I was defense, I'll try to make Jordan Love beat me and stack that box and stop Aaron Jones. There's no way Aaron Jones ain't Dylan going off on me. There's no way.
Yeah, I'm picking the Chiefs in this one.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs too because I just like them going home and they don't have a really game plan versus Aaron Rodgers. They can kind of focus more on stopping Aaron Jones. And, they're going to double team Devontae, so that's definitely going to make it tougher on Jordan Love to, find an open man.
Mm-hmm.
Cards versus 49ers. And I'm going to just say this, Jimmy G, he's probably going next year. I feel like he's holding the 49ers back.
They might be doing the right thing by letting Jimmy G stay in this year and then letting Trey Lance take over next year. They might be doing it the right way. And
I feel like Kyle Shanahan, I don't think he's that cracked up. I don't feel like that he's cracked up, to be this offensive guru or genius, because when you can't get Brandon Ayuk involved and you blaming him for his downfalling or shortcomings, it's y'all game plan that's not giving him the football. Now, how you go from being a beast your rookie year to barely getting any passes thrown your way? And same thing with with Kittle. When Kittle was playing, he was there blocking. He wasn't getting any passes thrown toward him.
Yep.
It's bad game planning, man. And now you have a whole stable of running backs. For what? Are y'all the Patriots? Who they have? Eli Mitchell, Jeff Wilson will be coming back. Trey Sermon. I feel like I'm missing somebody. I'm missing 2 of them. Jermichael Hastings? Is that the other one?
Yeah. Yeah,
and
then
Mostert.
Mostert got hurt.
And what's called out for the year?
Mostert.
Yeah. Why you have so many?
Yeah, their depth chart shows 6 running backs, bro. Who has 6 running backs?
And only and no O-line, and bad quarterback play, and bad cornerback play, and safety play. Like, what in the world do you need with 6 freaking running backs? And I never understood the whole them drafting Trey Sermon when they could have got a corner or O-lineman.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Because, you already got so many of them. Why you need another
Jeff
one?
Wilson is not a bomb. Shoot, when Mustard got hurt last year, Jeff Wilson went off. Then when Jeff Wilson went out, Hastings went off.
Yeah, it's always somebody different with them. That's why I hated them in fantasy.
Yeah, and isn't Eli Mitchell like an undrafted guy?
Yeah, I think so.
And he beat out Trey Sermon. He was doing better than Trey.
Yep.
That's why the 49ers are where the 49ers are at. And the Cardinals coming in off of that dumb loss versus the Packers. I couldn't believe what I was watching. like I don't even know what the Cards' game plan was going into this game, to the Packers game. I feel like they kept trying to hit deep shots when dang, when Murray should have hit some short passes. No, trying to work it downfield because clearly the Packers were playing for deep passes.
Mhm.
It just, I don't know, the Cards. I know they're gonna bounce back because that was just a fluke of a game. They should have a better game plan. They wasn't. No, they didn't think the Packers gonna do all that. And especially when you had Devontae Adams out, I think they just had a brain fart. But I'm taking the Cards. I think they was just a game that you just toss out.
Yeah, I'm taking the Cards.
Titans versus the Rams. Now, this would be interesting if Derrick Henry was playing. Now, since the Rams have Von Miller, like, what the crap? How?
That's not fair.
How did they let this man get Von Miller?
I know, that's not fair.
This is what, see, first I was rooting for Stafford, but now I can't root for him anymore. Because I can't stand teams that do this crap. They think they can buy them a Super Bowl.
They might.
Yeah, they might. I mean, looking dang on good because they finally got a quarterback, a competent quarterback that can hit Cooper Kupp like he should, because Cooper Kupp got all this talent. And Henderson been picking up the workload. I mean, dang on. Rams just got super loaded. Like, what was going through the Broncos' head? Like, yeah, we're going to make this team even more powerful.
They didn't care. I mean, they just want to get that second. I mean, I think getting a second round and a third round pick for his age, I think that was a good deal for them.
Yeah, it was. But it's just not right.
They're gonna be late picks. So.
Yeah, imagine Imagine lining up Von Miller next to Aaron Donald.
Yeah, like you can't double team both of them.
No, you better chip block. I'm keeping my running back in the backfield. He gonna chip block every time. He gonna get one of them. But how do you think the Titans offense gonna run now? What you expect from them?
Shoot, they want to air it out to AJ and Julio.
You really want Tannehill airing it out though?
Oh, well, let's see if AP got any juice left in the tank.
I can answer that for you. You don't.
I want him to, though. I really want to see him do good, but he's old.
Yeah, he's old. I'll probably run faster than him now.
Whatever.
But, yeah, I think they'll still try to stick to their identity, the Titans are. I think they'll try to stick to the ground pound game with Abe. That's the whole reason why they brought Adrian Peterson, because they really don't want to change that philosophy. They really don't. And I see them sticking to that. Do you really want to air it out versus the Rams?
No.
Yeah, I don't. I really don't. I'm trying to tire them out by running the ball, running some quick screens, some some underneath stuff, some bubble screens, jet sweeps. No, try to keep them all balanced and everything. Keep them guessing. But it's not.
Welcome back, Adrian Peterson, to the NFL. Here's Aaron Donald and Von Miller on the same defense.
Yeah, exactly. Now you better get clotheslined by Aaron Donald and power drive by Von Miller.
I wonder if he'll even play this. If AP will even play.
I don't know. That's a very good question. I can't imagine that he will. Will he sign Monday?
Yeah, he probably has to learn the offense a little bit more.
Yeah. I mean, he don't block anyway. He don't know how to pass block, so you good on that end. Adrian Peterson do not know how to pass block.
I wouldn't want to pass ball either if Aaron Donald was coming full speed. I'm like, oh, that's on you, buddy. You better make a move.
Do what you need to do. All right, I'm taking the Rams.
Yeah, the Rams are going to win that one.
All right, Gadwood, we got one more game. You got to pick a different team.
Bro, these have been pretty easy this week. Though.
They really have.
Good.
Look, I wish Tyler. Maybe Tyler had some issues, so he couldn't come back on. I really want to hear Tyler's pick.
All right, well, I'm taking the Bears on Monday night.
You really are?
Yeah, I'll take the Bears. I think Fields can beat them.
Why? Because he showed a little flashes last game.
Yeah, and I don't like.
That was in the game, but then they started pulling. The 49ers started pulling away from them.
You know, I probably, if like we weren't on here, I'd probably taken the Steelers. But since I figured you're probably going to take the Steelers, I guess I'll take the Bears, so we won't have the same exact picks.
Nah, you can take the Steelers, because you know why? Tyler going to choose totally different picks from us. All right, you know what? You can take the Steelers, ain't no problem. Because Tyler going to switch it up on us.
You know, I would probably, if the Bears were at home, I'd take them. But
yeah. But they playing in freaking Heinz Field.
Yeah, the Steelers are going to win that game, but
I don't know. I'm thinking about it. You got me thinking about it now. Cause I'm thinking, seeing Justin Fields, he's soaking it all in, then next you know, he just go on Superman mode and just start beasting.
I don't want
maybe I'm wishful thinking on that.
If they were in Chicago, I'd take the Bears, but I'm gonna go with the Steelers since they're at home.
They can't stop the run. They let Eli Mitchell run all over them. So I can't imagine what Najee Harris is gonna do to him.
Yeah, that's gonna be rough. Najee Harris is gonna be a stud.
Yeah, I think they're saying he's like a running back. He's a top 5 running back right now.
Yeah, the Steelers just need to. I mean, he's in the passing game too. Like he gets a lot of catches.
Oh, really? Now?
Yeah, he's not just a running back. That dude can catch the ball out the backfield too.
Well, that's good, man. That's good.
You got 37 catches here.
I never noticed. I watched some of the Steelers games. Now you're thinking about how things. Cause Big Ben, the way he been playing lately, he been dumping the ball off pretty short passes. So
yeah,
I wonder do he regret coming back.
Who?
I wonder do Big Ben regret coming back.
I don't think he regrets it, but I mean he's not having the greatest year. But like he better, if he don't leave after this year, like it's gonna get ugly. Like it's gonna get real
ugly.
It might get to that level, yeah.
He already can't throw him deep already.
Yeah,
he's barely moving.
Because he's still at a respectable level right now, like barely. But if he comes back next year, it's going to get ugly, and their Steelers are just going to keep, like, he's holding them back.
Yeah, you got that right. I promise you, he's barely moving in that pocket. It seemed like when he moves, it sounds like his bones just crack or creak, like it pops. You know how you get up and you walk and your feet be popping, or your knee pops. That's how it would look for him right now.
They'd be good. If they had a good quarterback, they'd be good. They'd be the best team in the AFC North by far if they had an elite quarterback.
They would be. Because that's all Steelers need is a quarterback. For sure.
They got weapons, man. They got Deontay Johnson's good. Claypool's good. No, that tight end they got, that new tight end, Freiermuth or whatever his name is, that rookie, he's going to be real good, I think. 6'5", 260. He's got some good hands. Juju's hurt right now, but they got Najee Harris. They got a decent O-line. They have like a solid defense. I mean,
they have everything in pack right now. They just need a quarterback.
Yep.
All right. So the Jets are losing. The score is 23-45. Look like they pulled Wentz already. Game over.
Yeah, that game's over.
All right. Is there anything else you want to bring up before we end this pod?
Yeah, everybody got to give a big congrats to my Atlanta Braves for winning the World Series.
I knew that was coming. Did you go get your free taco today?
No, I didn't. But I already ordered a couple World Series champion shirts.
Man. Look at this man. Yeah, everybody posting, the Atlanta Braves, won the World Series. I know Atlanta was rocking. Even people that don't watch baseball in Atlanta, they was celebrating. I know for sure my friend don't watch baseball, but he'll post Atlanta Braves stuff. So that's how you know people in Atlanta was excited.
It was nice to see my favorite team win a championship for the first time in my life. So,
how did it feel?
Man, it was just like, it felt good, but then you're just like, now what? Like, you're like, dang, like, season's over, like, now what? Like, I've never experienced it. Like, I was so happy, and then, like, I was like, well, like, I've never, like, not, like, been, like, heartbroken for the next month. You know what I mean?
Nah, you just soak it in, enjoy it, just reminisce of what you just saw.
You got the bragging rights for a year.
Yeah, that's what it is, bragging rights. Reminisce, gloat as much as possible, post whatever. That's what I did when the Saints won the Super Bowl or when the Lakers won the championship, man. I just soaked it all in. Then I was on cloud 9 for like a whole week. It was just a great feeling. Then you come back down to reality and you start thinking about the next season and what's going to happen.
Yeah, you start thinking about who they're going to get in free agency and stuff like that.
Yep. And what's going to happen. All right. He said you don't have nothing else?
That's it.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in to our show. Please check out our social media pages. We have Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. Just type in VOS Sportscast and our page will pop up. And like and subscribe, share with friends. We thank y'all for listening and showing support. We're just very grateful for this opportunity. So, guys, we'll see y'all next time. We out of here.
Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, and Tyler Wright.